Hi church family, welcome to Connect 360. I'm Rhysa and I'm a college sophomore at California Baptist University. I'm also part of the college class and tech team here at church. I hope that your week has been full of praises. Only 4 more days till we connect again online for church. If you haven't been here in a while, here's what our campus looks like now. In the courtyard, construction on our lift has begun. And on the lower level, our new playground is coming to life. And now what we've all been waiting for. Thanks to Marcus Nakamura and family for creating this week's check-in video for us this past summer.
Good morning, church family!
We're the Nakamura family. I'm Marcus.
I'm Katie, and this is Asa.
And I'm Asha. And I'm Avery.
And we're going to be telling you what we've been doing during the stay-at-home orders. The quarantine has definitely given us more family time together. We've played a lot of games. We have also gotten more outside exercise and had the blessing of using our condo's pool during the quarantine. We've especially appreciated the extra time at home with our not-so-newborn, Asa. Asa is soon to be 5 months old, and it has been a joy to keep him home and watch him quickly grow and develop. He has been such a happy baby that constantly smiles and keeps a pretty regulated schedule. Katie had the opportunity of being on maternity in April and helped to develop a homeschool schedule for the boys. She returned to work in May full-time and has been busy at her clinic as a veterinarian. Asher has enjoyed developing his drawing skills using the Art for Kids Hub app. Avery has started taking individual piano lessons. He has even had some virtual playdates with his friends from school. Every chance they can, they also talk about or play Nintendo. Marcus has had to learn how to balance distance teaching and supporting the rest of the family from home. This summer he's been in charge of the 3 boys, trying to keep the other 2 boys from fighting too much, keeping them active with bike and scooter rides, and other outdoor excursions. Through this whole stay-at-home ordeal, God is continuing to teach us patience, forgiveness with each other, and a greater reliance on His Word for encouragement and enduring strength.
And here's my dad to share a thought before we go.
In today's thought, I'd like to share a few verses with you guys. The first comes from Psalm 71, verse 14. And it says this, "As for me, I will always have hope. I will praise you more and more." You know, I started with this because as I read through the psalm, I thought how appropriate these words are for all of us today. And I say this because in the midst of all that's going on, and I know, we don't need to be reminded, but things such as the global pandemic, the up and down of where we are, with the city and government opening and closing again and opening again and closing, and the fact that we have to distance ourselves from one another. And in some cases even isolate ourselves from those around us. I realize that these things, they've taken its toll on our mental and physical well-being. And then there's the economic recession that we're currently in and the rising numbers in unemployment. And as a result, depression is on the rise, and experts have shared that the nation's suicide rate has reached historic highs, with rates at its highest level since World War II. All of this has created this sense of despair and hopelessness. And I believe, at this time, people are looking for answers. They're looking for hope. And just as in the psalm, in the midst of all the struggles, the author, David here, what carried him was hope. His hope in God. Guys, I believe the church, God's people, we've been given an opportunity to be a light during a dark time in the world. A source of hope to the communities and neighborhoods that God's placed us in. And you might be asking, well, how do we do this? Well, These last two verses I want to share with you, they come from the Apostle John's first letter in 1 John chapter 2, verses 5 and 6, and it pretty much lays it out for us. It says this, "But if anyone obeys his word," meaning God's word, the Bible, "love for God is truly made complete in them. This is how we know that we're in him. Whoever claims to live in him must live as Jesus did." Or in some versions, it says to walk in the same manner as he walked. If we want to be a light to the world, meaning if we want to impact the communities around us, well, I'm saying that it's not going to be easy, but I believe the answer is simple. It's simply to walk in the same way, in the likeness as Jesus walked. Take that, chew on it, digest it, and may it influence the way we walk this week. I hope you guys have a great week. Take care. Remember to walk as Jesus did.
Thanks for joining us, and hope to see you next week on Connect 360.